Hi guys, this just in, reporting live from Com 387, some breaking news. Friends will now have to social distance. Will they be able to handle it? I did some investigating to see if we can handle it, in fact. I interviewed a few girls, one named Melissa Menko, Rachel Urich, and Dominique Strati. Let's see what these girls have to say. So Rachel, just a quick and easy question. How are you maintaining your friendships during social distancing?
Being an extrovert during this time has been crazy, but I've been able to get my people time in through Zoom, whether it be for school or for with social gathering with some people on there, or taking a walk around the block. And my favorite thing that I decided to do, my boyfriend was supposed to have a surprise birthday party at the end of the month, but instead I'm going to have all of his family and friends send him a funny picture or a homemade card or a letter. And so he's not going to know, but I'm hoping to get a lot of cards.
That's awesome, Rachel. Good for you. I'm glad that you're maintaining your relationships, your friendships, and still keeping your social distancing. So, what I found personally, that my friendships have been affected positively during this situation. We constantly call each other on Zoom. There's new apps every day coming out. House parties, one of them, it's one of my favorites. I'll put a picture up here. Me and my friends like to play games on it. We play Hangman on Zoom together. We play all types of trivia games together online. We have our daily discussions online where we all interact with each other. So I also have had a lot of positive outcomes by social distancing or long distance friendships because there's so many networks to connect with your loved ones. And studies have shown that according to Kevin Coben and Sophie Kruger, social networking sites are valuable resources to maintaining friendships, even with big distances. They found a positive relationship between surveillance and relational closeness. Some of their findings were that if you use multiple channels, so multiple social media sites, your friendship seems to be more positive, whereas if you only used one channel, it seemed to be a little bit more negative. And that's kind of true for me and my friends, I found to be, because me and my friends started off using Zoom, but then we kind of got bored. So then we found this other app, and it was House Party, and we absolutely love it. And as soon as one of us gets on, it sends all of us a notification. So then we all pop on, and you can play all these types of games. So I found the research from Kevin Coben and Sophie Kruger to be true. We're going to go up with our next interview in a second. Hi. Okay, so Dominique, how has social distancing affected your friendships? Has social media played a role in keeping these friendships negative or positive?
So, I definitely think that social media has had an effect on my friendships and relationships because my friends and I see each other all the time. We're always hanging out with one another and, doing things, whether it be just us group of girls or seeing each other going on dates and stuff with our boyfriends. So, we're always with one another. And I definitely think that it's affected us maybe more so than people who have long distance friendships, whether it be they have, roommates that they went to school with and they live in different places. We're all in walking distance of one another, so it's been extremely difficult. But with that being said, I do feel that social media has helped with social distancing because we're able to connect on all different platforms, whether it be Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. We can interact with one another, send videos and pictures or articles or tweets on whatever we're interested in or talking about. So it's definitely had a positive effect.
Thank you, Dominique. That was a great input of how you're remaining your friendships while still keeping your distance. Hi guys, I'm with Rebecca Miller and she lives in New Zealand. And I'm going to ask her how social distancing has affected her relationships or friendships.
So my friendships have not really been affected. I work away from home quite a lot. So I guess my relationship with my family is better. I see them a lot more at the moment. But with my friends, we still communicate like through social media, house party, FaceTime, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And would you say that social media has helped you keep long distance relationships as well?
Yeah. So, like house party, I can video chat my friends more easily at the moment.
Yeah. All right. There you have it, folks. Social media has been affecting in a positive way.
So, hi, Alyssa. I just need you to answer one last question. You're my last interviewee. How has social distancing affected your friendship?
Hi, my name is Alyssa Menko, and I'll be answering a question for Ariana. So, her question was, how has social distancing affected my friendships? And for my college friends, I obviously can't see them because I'm home anyways, but just weird not seeing them during the school year when we're all usually together. So with them, I'll be FaceTiming them or doing Zoom chat, and I've been playing a lot of those iMessenger games with my friends from college, sending them back and forth just so we can keep in touch with each other consistently and we have something to do. And then with my friends from home, it's been kind of weird because when I am in my hometown, I expect to like be able to see them and be with them because there's nothing to do while I am home, usually. So it's weird not being able to see them and be in touch with them every day, even though they're right there. So we've also been doing Zoom chats and FaceTime just to keep in touch. We text almost every day and like update each other through social media. But it's strange with both friend groups because usually there's events going on around us that are mutual and we have things to talk about, and because of the whole pandemic and social distancing, like the only new developments that have been happening in our lives are about that, and there's nothing really interesting that's been going on in our lives that we can talk about besides typical things we talk about and the social distancing and the pandemic news. So
Thank you so much, Alyssa, for that interesting input. I felt the same way. I feel like me and my friends aren't doing much right now because we have to stay home. So there's not much to update each other on but the pandemic. So let's get into facts to back up our evidence. In another study, Nicholas Brody finds that computer mediated communication and long distance friendships make the waiting to see these people face to face much better and more positive. It's associated with increased idealization. So the longer we wait, the more idolized we become of these people, and I definitely think that's true. Talking to my friends through computer mediated communication, I cannot wait to the day where I get to just hug them and I'm able to do that. I definitely think that it does make me idolize these friends. So these studies are definitely true for me. And you go through the hypopersonal effect, which, if people are unsure, but that means it's basically you exceed your face to face interaction through computer mediated communication. And not just that, like you do all types of communication instead of more than like the traditional face to face communication. Since there's so many ways of communicating today than the traditional face to face, 99% of individuals report by having at least one long distance friend, and 85% of those individuals talk to their friends daily. Proximity can be a disruptive factor in friendships, and you may even lose a friend due to proximity. But I know for me and the girls that I've talked to today on my show, long distance and proximity, geographics, that doesn't matter to us. Because today, we can communicate through computer mediated communication, and you can do so much more. So, I'd say that absence and mediated communication makes the heart grow fonder. Thank you for tuning in today. This is Your Breaking News, brought to you by Ariana Gonzalez, reporting live with Com 387. Have a good night, stay safe, and stay home.